We're standing at a crossroads with a technology so powerful, it could literally reshape, well, everything. Today, we're diving into what's being called the AI dilemma, a set of really fundamental choices that are going to define our future. So let's get right into it.
So let's just start with the big one, the question that really frames this whole conversation. Is this technology going to be our greatest partner in progress, or is it the final chapter in the human story? It's a heavy question, for sure, and we're about to unpack exactly why it's being asked with such urgency right now.
Okay, first up, AI is here, and it's here now. Because let's be super clear about this, this is not science fiction anymore. AI is a present-day reality, and it's already an incredibly powerful force that is actively shaping our world.
And its impact is already just unbelievably widespread. I mean, we've got generative models creating art and writing literature. We have autonomous systems that can diagnose diseases, sometimes with superhuman accuracy. And yeah, we even have algorithms that are capable of waging war. So make no mistake, AI is already rewriting the basic rules of our civilization as we speak.
So, how do we even start to wrap our heads around a topic this huge? Well, to make sense of it all, we're going to structure this explainer around three core pillars. Think of these as our guideposts for navigating the promises, the problems, and the really profound questions that AI brings up. First, we'll look at innovation, the sheer power and the mind-boggling potential of this tech. Then, we're going to move into ethics, which is all about the questions of control and bias. And finally, we'll confront survival, the existential risks that, honestly, we just can't afford to ignore anymore. And that brings us right to our first pillar, innovation. And it really is a classic double-edged sword. It seems like for every incredible world-changing opportunity that AI presents, a pretty significant new peril pops up right alongside it. And that conflict it's so stark when you lay it out. On one hand, you've got the incredible promise of personalized medicine, real solutions for climate change, super efficient energy systems. But on the other side of that exact same coin, you're facing the very real peril of widespread job loss, the complete erosion of our privacy, and maybe even the instability of our democracies.
Which leads us perfectly into our second pillar, ethics. Because when you have a tool this powerful, maybe the most important question is about the human element, right? Who's building it, who's in control, and whose values are being baked into the code of these systems.
Look, the world is going to change. That's a given. It's not even up for debate. The real question, the ethical core of this whole thing, is this. Who is actually going to benefit from all this change? Is AI going to create a fairer, more equitable world, or will it just concentrate even more wealth and power into the hands of a select few? Let's make this personal for a second. Just really think about it. You need a medical diagnosis. Would you put your trust in an AI or a human doctor? It sounds like a simple question, but it has these incredibly complex implications. And when you really start to break it down, the trade-offs are just fascinating. The AI can analyze millions of data points in a split second, way beyond what any human could do, and it never gets tired. But the human doctor brings empathy, right? They understand nuance and context, and they can draw on years of actual lived experience. Then again, that AI might have hidden biases baked into its data that nobody's even aware of. There is just no easy answer here. These ethical dilemmas lead us straight to our final pillar. And this is where the stakes become, well, existential. This is where we have to confront the deepest questions about humanity's future in a world with super intelligent systems. This is really about survival. And I want to be clear, this is not some theoretical, far-off scenario. Autonomous systems are already being deployed. So what happens when an algorithm, not a person, is making the final call in a life-or-death situation? Who or what is responsible when something goes horribly wrong? And nowhere is this dilemma more urgent, more immediate than in global politics. Should nations agree to ban the use of autonomous AI in warfare, the answer to that question forces us down one of two very, very different paths. So, path A is all about precaution. The argument here is that we absolutely must ban these weapons before they're perfected. The risk of some kind of uncontrollable, lightning-fast escalation is just too high. It's a catastrophe we could never take back. But then there's path B, and this is based on a classic strategic dilemma. The argument is that if you ban development, but your rivals don't, you're putting your nation at a huge, possibly existential disadvantage. That fear of being left defenseless is what drives this relentless push to innovate, and it creates a really dangerous global arms race.
So, as you can see, this isn't just some technical issue for engineers to figure out. The AI dilemma is a series of crucial choices about our values and what we want our future to look like. And these are choices that our society, that you and we have to confront them now.
So what do we do? Do we go down the path of strong government regulation, trying to build in guardrails to steer AI development in a safe direction?
Or do we champion a totally different philosophy, one of open source innovation, where the power of AI is decentralized, available to everyone, not just locked up inside a few giant corporations or governments? Or do we choose a third, riskier path? Do we just let it rip? Allow unrestricted, rapid development, basically betting that the benefits of speed and competition are going to outweigh the potential risks? At the end of the day, the most important takeaway is this: the AI dilemma is not a spectator sport. This future isn't just some movie that's happening to us. It's a story that's being written in real time, and your choices, our choices, are part of it. Thanks for joining us.